So let me guess. You're a business owner. You're probably one of the most hardworking, talented people you know. But there's a pretty good chance you're also completely overworked, stressed out, and kind of quietly wondering why your bank account doesn't reflect all that insane effort. It's a huge problem, but I've got good news. It is absolutely fixable.
Does this feel familiar? You are busy. I mean, your book's solid. Your customers think you're amazing, but you are just not getting paid like the owner of a business. You're putting in all the hours, but that financial success you dreamed of, it's just not showing up. Well, look, you are not alone, and it is not because you're failing. It's because you're caught in a trap.
And I really want you to hear this. That feeling of just running in place, it's not a personal flaw. It's not on you. It's a systemic problem that traps countless business owners, and it actually has a name: the survival cycle. Okay, let's dive into exactly what this is, because trust me, understanding the cycle is the very first step to breaking free from it for good.
Let's just follow the money for a second, right? A big payment hits your account, and for a hot minute, you feel like you've made it. You feel that success. But then the bills start circling: rent, payroll, invoices. And before you know it, the account is empty. And you, the owner, you get whatever's left over, which is usually nothing. So what's the gut reaction? I gotta get more sales. So you scramble. You take on any job, any client, only to find yourself right back where you started, except now you're even more stressed and more exhausted. That, my friends, is the survival cycle. It is a brutal merry-go-round.
And this right here, this just nails the core issue. You cannot hustle your way out of a broken system. It's impossible. Pushing harder in the wrong direction just gets you tired faster. The problem is not your work ethic. It's the fact that you don't have a financial system designed to protect your profit, and most importantly, your own pay. So let's really get to the heart of it. Think about it this way. If a car doesn't have an engine, pushing it harder isn't going to get you very far, is it? Your hard work is you pushing the car. But without a financial engine, your business is always going to run on your sheer force of will, and that road leads directly to burnout. Every single time.
Do you remember why you started this whole thing in the first place? You wanted more control, right? More income, more freedom. But what did you actually get? You got a job with way more stress, was the business itself became your new, really demanding boss, and you just became the head technician doing all the work. It's the classic bait and switch that happens when there's no structure in place for you to be a true owner.
You ever wonder why you feel like you're constantly just playing catch-up, even when you're pulling 60-hour weeks? This chart right here, this is why. It's staggering. 95% of an owner's time is spent in the business, as the operator, the person doing the thing. That leaves a tiny 5% to actually be the owner, the strategist who builds real wealth. So let me just ask you, are you building a business, or have you accidentally just created a really high-stress job for yourself?
Ah, the bank balance. We have all been there. A big client payment hits on Monday, and you feel like a king. You feel rich. You might even start looking at that new truck online. But by Friday, after you've paid payroll, rent, and some surprise bill, you're back to scraping by. Why? Because your bank balance is a liar. It's a big jumbled mess of your money, your team's money, and the taxman's money all mixed together. It's not a measure of health, it's a recipe for anxiety.
Okay, so we've seen the problem. How in the world do we fix this? It all starts with one powerful, almost backwards-sounding mindset shift. This is the thing that separates the struggling owners from the ones who are truly thriving. It's the decision to pay yourself first.
Look at this. Here are the two paths you can take. On the left, you've got the traditional way, the path of hope. You pay all your bills, pay the team, pay your taxes, and then you just hope there's something left for you. Spoiler alert, there never is. Now on the right, this is the game changer. This is the path of intention. You protect your profit and your own pay first, and then the business is forced to learn how to run on what's left. This isn't just accounting gymnastics, it's a fundamental shift from being a victim of your business to being its leader.
And let's just be crystal clear about something. Paying yourself first is not selfish. It is essential. A business that cannot sustain its own leader isn't a real business. It is just an expensive, soul-crushing hobby that is destined to fail. Your pay isn't a reward for a good month. It's the core infrastructure that allows you to show up and lead this thing effectively.
Okay, so we've figured out the problem and we know the cure is to pay yourself first. But how do you actually do that? What are the practical steps? The answer is in the 5 pillars of profit. This is a simple, powerful framework that will turn your business from a cash-eating monster into a well-oiled profit machine. Let's break them down.
Pillar number 1 is clarity. I mean, think about it. You can't fix what you can't see. Most of us are just flying blind, making big decisions based on gut feelings and not lying bank balance.
Clarity means having a simple, at-a-glance way to see exactly where your money is coming from and where it's going. It's like turning the lights on in a dark room. All of a sudden, everything just makes sense.
Next up, Pillar 2, control. Your business, by its very nature, will try to eat every single dollar you throw at it. Control is about building financial boundaries, some walls, to stop the money from just vanishing into a black hole. And this isn't about some complicated budget you'll never stick to. Nope, it's as simple as opening a few different purpose-driven bank accounts. One for profit, one for your pay, one for taxes. You're building the dam before the flood arrives.
Pillar number 3 is consistency. Are you just sick and tired of that financial roller coaster? Feast one month, famine the next. That's what happens when you only deal with your money when there's a fire. Consistency is about creating a predictable financial rhythm. It's as simple as picking a day, say the 10th and 25th of every month, to move your money where it's supposed to go. This one simple routine completely eliminates the stress and the guesswork. It gives you a sense of calm and control you've probably never felt before in your business.
Let's talk about number 4, confidence. How many of you have sent a quote and then immediately felt that knot in your stomach, wondering, oh man, did I ask for too much or not enough? That fear comes from a lack of clarity. But when you have a system that tells you exactly what you need to charge to be profitable, that fear just evaporates. You're not guessing anymore. You're operating from a position of mathematical strength. And that confidence, it's magnetic to your best clients.
And finally, Pillar 5, capacity. Here's a hard truth for you. If you scale chaos, you just get bigger chaos. Capacity means building a business that is financially and operationally strong enough to actually handle growth. It makes sure that when you do get bigger, and you will, you don't end up drowning in the process.
So as we start to bring this all together, here's the one thing I really want you to take away. Your skill at what you do is what gets revenue in the door. But it's the structure, it's the system that turns that revenue into actual income for you. So take a look at this. Which side of the slide are you on right now? Are you still on that hamster wheel, totally convinced that just one more client is going to solve everything? Or are you ready to get off and actually become the architect of your own financial future? Every successful entrepreneur I know had this click moment. The moment they realized that more effort wasn't the answer. A better system was. All right, so here are your new rules. The new rules you're going to operate by starting today. Number 1, profit is a requirement, not a reward. Number 2, the owner must get paid first, period. Number 3, revenue is not your income. Just because it's in the bank doesn't mean it's yours. And finally, and maybe most importantly, you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your system. So go build a better system. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really just about money. Profit is the fuel, but the real destination is freedom. Profit buys you options. The option to say no to that terrible client, the option to actually take a vacation, the option to invest in your future. So the real question isn't just about how you'll become profitable, but what are you going to build with the freedom you create?